Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. It is Saturday, and today is insanity. 93 at 11 a.m. It's supposed to go up to 96 today here in Long Island. One of the hottest days of the year, and also a warning by our local Suffolk County supervisor. Please try to stay indoors. Anyway, with COVID, try to stay indoors today and keep hydrated because people will pass out, man. It's so hot. As you guys saw from yesterday's episode on my Gatling gun prop, right? It's pretty cool, I gotta admit. I don't know how many of you guys realized that the turret was actually gonna spin like that, you know? Maybe you thought it was just a prop. Were you surprised that it actually spun? That was the part that took me forever to do, obviously, you know, with the engineering involved and the angle, the weight of the turret compared to the shaft that goes into the drill, you know. It has to be a long enough shaft so that it holds the weight. It still kind of vibrates a little bit. Come on, a Gatling gun's gonna have a little vibration. But anyway, the final touches on this tractor is going to be today. Unfortunately, I have to do it today because tomorrow is my dog Boba's birthday. He's going to be 2. So we're going over to my friend Andy from Jericho's house to celebrate my dog's birthday. Can you believe that? Anyhow, I need to pay homage also to my buddy Nick from Medford and also my friends Bobby and Larry, who contributed pretty much all the parts to this tractor for it to be done. So I'm going to write their names on the very bottom of that list of names of subscribers who contributed to the paint job. Also today, I'm going to attempt a pulley swap. I've only done maybe 2 pulley swaps in my life, and those were not true pulley swaps. I merely just added a bigger diameter pulley to the crankshaft. But what I've never done is actually change the pulley on the transmission. So my friend Robert Smitta, a subscriber, told me that the rear transmission pulley is about 9 inches. It's very big, right? But he says it's pretty easy to take off. I'm hesitant to do that because most transmission pulleys on the top are rusted to heck. So it may just be a stub, you know, and I won't even be able to take off the pulley. But I'm going to take the battery off, the battery box, and we're going to take a look. So the camera died because it's just too hot. So I gotta go push this into the garage. Can you guys see this? So I took the snap ring off, right? But it won't budge. Got penetrating oil. I tapped the top shaft. Also I tapped the surrounding pulley, right? No dice. It's just not moving. It's just seized on there for, I don't know, God knows how long, you know? With these things, if you bang too hard, you may damage the shaft inside the transmission. So I'm not even going to try to do that. I'm going to push the tractor into the garage because it's just too hot. I'm just standing here and my shirt is already soaked. Thanks again to the Mowers and Blowers squad, Nick from Medford and Larry and Bobby, along with all the other subscribers. So I actually have another idea. Since that pulley is not going to move, right? I took the pulley guide keeper off and took the belt off, right? What if I welded a smaller pulley on the top? Here's a mower deck pulley that's also a 1/2 inch belt. This is a much smaller pulley. What if I lined it up right where that shaft is, see? Right there. Perfect. And just tack welded the edges there, right? And then put the belt around there on the top. It's only a difference of ½ an inch higher, and there's plenty of clearance, you know what I'm saying? That belt just leads all the way through a couple of tension arm pulleys and idler pulleys and straight to the double stack pulley in the front for the crankshaft. So it's so long that it doesn't matter if it's just higher by ½ an inch, you know? I think that might work, but it would have to be a good weld all the way around, and it'd be tough to do from this little hole unless I remove the transmission, which I don't want to do. So I think I could just do it a little bit at a time to weld that pulley on top of there. Now, there is an issue where this belt will kind of drag onto this edge here, see? So if this works, right, I'm going to bang down this lip with a sledgehammer so that it bends downwards, so that the belt won't rub on this sharp edge here, you know? What do you guys think of that? Is that a good idea? Should I try that? So what I decided to do was I wanted to try to get a couple of bolts through these holes, see? I drilled out the holes a little bit bigger because I noticed that this pulley has 2 holes. So I try to line them up exactly the same so I wouldn't have to weld this pulley on top of it. I'll just put 2 studs through there and nuts, and that'll hold it in place without welding. Because it'd be difficult to weld in this enclosed area, in this very tight space, right? And I didn't want to remove the transmission because even though it is not that difficult to get the transmission off, the linkage is a little tricky, okay? Brackets there, that there, the lever, and everything works perfectly, and I didn't want to mess it up. And I didn't want to try banging this pulley off anymore because I've seen so many cases where the shaft comes right out of the transmission and you just damage your transmission. So I don't want to do that. So I think the easiest way is to try to drill 2 holes into this pulley here and try to bolt on this smaller pulley here and have the belt go right around it. With me, eventually, if it works, probably gonna cut that top layer off, you know, so that it won't rub against the belt. It's a pretty sharp edge, you know, this part right here, and it sticks up. I mean, I could just bend it down, you know, with some channel locks, which I think I might try doing that. But let's first get this pulley on top of there. That'll save me a lot of time. Now, there's something else to think about here. So you see the size of that pulley, right? And you see the size of this pulley. Well, it's a big difference. There's going to be a big difference in speed. However, the belt is going to be too long. There's going to be too much drag. You know what I mean? Too much slack. So that's not going to work. I might have to change a belt. Or I'll try to fabricate a way to put a bigger pulley on the crankshaft to make up for that space. Maybe if I just do the right measurements, I won't have to change the belt. It'll be the same exact belt, and that bigger pulley in the front will take up that slack. Man, that'll really go fast if I do a double pulley swap. With this, fellas. Success! Success! I tell you, success! I successfully bolted on that smaller pulley on the top of the transmission pulley. And now I'm going to use some channel locks and bend down the edges of the big pulley so that it doesn't rub on the belt. Then I have to go find a shorter belt. So I don't think I could put a large pulley on the front because let's say I did. I even took the belt guide off the front, and that's actually connected to the steering sector. So I had to put a spacer in there to make up for the room that I just took off the thing. So even if I did make a bigger pulley, right, this arm gets in the way of it. So I don't think that's going to work. So I'm just going to find a shorter belt to accommodate the new smaller pulley that's on top of the transmission pulley. And maybe I'll just try to put the stock double stack back on there again. Boy, oh boy, what fun. Really fun, okay? It's almost twice as fast as before. I'm almost scared to put it into 6th gear, right? And just drop the clutch, you know, because, I mean, I've never done that before, and I'm 51 years old, so I've lost a lot of my nerve over the years, you know? Even that day, I was over at Nick from Medford's house with Larry riding his go-kart. I mean, I was flooring it, and it could have gone faster, but I get, you know, when you're at my age, you get more nervous. You can't take that kind of speed anymore because you always think about things. When you're wiser and older, you think about, well, what if the front wheel flew off while I'm making the turn? You know what I mean? You think about things more like that. When you're younger, you don't give a shit about any of that stuff, you know? So, I'm very happy with it. It worked out great. There's no rubbing. There's no smell of rubber burning from the belt, right? You saw that I had a whole box full of different length belts. And I believe it's a 1/2 inch or a 3/8, one of those. I don't remember, but I got the exact right belt. It was in newer condition too, and it was just perfect. When you step on the clutch, right, there's enough slack so that the crankshaft doesn't grip onto the belt to turn it. And then when you let go, it's nice and tight, you know? And so I didn't have to do any welding today, and we got that big transmission pulley that was about yo big, right? And we decreased it to about that big, you know? So that's going to make quite a difference in terms of the speed, you know, because the revolutions now are almost doubled, right? From the crankshaft to the transmission. So now the transmission's turning twice as fast as before. We left the front crankshaft pulley the way it was because the way this is designed, the tension arm pulley, the arm mechanism where it's bolted at, gets in the way of a pulley any bigger than what it is. And I believe it's a 3 or 4 inch pulley, right? So if I wanted to put, let's say, a 6 inch or 7 inch pulley, which in my opinion is way too big, right? It'll rub on that arm pulley unless I move the arm pulley somewhere else, which is a whole other, you know, ball of wax, right? That's another can of worms that I really don't want to get into. As long as this tractor goes much faster, I'm much more satisfied than if I didn't do the pulley swap at all, you know? As you saw yesterday, I put in some ATF in the front tires. Perfect. Hard as a rock. Hasn't leaked any air out. And the backs are okay too. So I think we can finally put the Desert Sand Franken Tractor Nightmare 2 to bed. This is complete now. We've got the Gatling gun. I have the Gatling gun in the back because, well, frankly, it'll scare the living daylights out of the neighbors. You know what I mean? So I might take this for a ride a little bit later on, maybe. It's just really hot today. It's about 96, and I got to go take a shower or something, man. It's brutal. You know, I got to go inside and watch TV or something because, I mean, it's that hot that you stand up too fast, you might faint. Really happy about how things went today. I thought I was going to run into a lot of complications, but the belt was perfect, the length was perfect. Bolting the new pulley on top of the transmission pulley was an idea I never even thought of. You know what I mean? But I saw that there were 2 holes there, so I merely drilled them bigger to accommodate 2 bolts that went through, and I put nuts on the bottom, you know, to adhere that. Then I took some channel locks and I bent down the top lip of the transmission pulley so that the sharp edges won't cut the belt. So this worked out great. I'm very happy with it. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me on this transmission pulley swap. Shout out to John Barnett and Bill Winters for donating to my channel the other day. I forgot to shout you out yesterday because I had a lot of stuff on my mind. But thanks, Bill Winters and John Barnett, for donating to the channel. I really appreciate it. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, just $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowers and blowers. Also, help support the channel. Buy a sticker. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
next time on Mowers and Blowers. Boom.